Hey fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your baby girl, AE. So today we're going to be talking about a series titled Hotel Costiera. It's a 2025 series airing on Prime Video, and it has just one season and about 6 episodes. But in general, in a nutshell, the series is meant to be intense, dangerous, and gripping. But as we dive further, we would know if it's actually all it's said to be. Firstly, we have cast as Jersey Williams as DeLuca, Didi, Daniel. We have Jordan Alexandra as Jenny. We have Alejandra Onivar as Shirley. We have Amanda Kapana as Alicia. We have Sam Hagetha as Tangridi. We have Maria Char as Adele. We have Thomas Ragnon as Augusto. Or we have Antonio Giridi as Bigny. So this series is about Daniel DeLuca Didi, a former Marine who returns to Italy to work at a luxury hotel in Positano. Shortly thereafter, the owner's daughter disappears as DeLuca is tasked to finding her. So I'm just going to go straight on to talk about the pros of the movie before I go into the cons. Okay, so first of all, I would say that this series, Hotel Costiera, it's kind of a brilliant fusion of sophistication, and mystery. That is what it's supposed to be giving. And then it combines refinement with a bit of genuine wit, and it's weaving together with suspense and distinctive styling, which helps us to understand a bit of humor, but in a very weird way. The humor is not just pointing at you. You have to figure out the humor yourself. But every episode, which is named, because from what I remember, the very first episode is named Shirley, while the last episode is named Alicia. So every episode has its own name, and they are kind of distinctly crafted, right, to each person's story with the dialogues that he. I would actually say the reason why I started saying Hotel Costiera is because of Williams from Grey's Anatomy. I mean, when I saw his face on Prime, I was like, okay, yeah, here he is. Let's check it out. So I mean how energetic he is usually in his movies, and I'm like, no, I must see this. So yeah, that's what actually prompted me to saying this. So I also liked the fact that it had continuous storyline in the background, right, which actually concludes on the last episode. So what I'm trying to say here is that we already knew the story, right, which I explained earlier. It was about Augusto's daughter Alicia going missing, but I love that it was straight to the point. I love that they just went for what they were trying to. I mean, 6 episodes, we didn't think they were going to find her in 6 episodes, right? But in as much as that was going on, we had other stories that was connected till we got to the very last episode, which I must also say they left us at a cliffhanger, obviously, so that you want more for season 2. But yeah, and it's kind of different from the normal American series where there's always romance and love. This was, though it seemed like that at first, but two confusing characters. Like, we thought he was in love with one person, and we saw that the other person was in love with him, right? Yeah, so that is how it was presented, but it didn't come out at that, which I actually loved. It wasn't predictable as we wanted it to be. So moving on, I would say the view from the hotel the photography was so amazing to see. I mean, the whole of Positano and the coast around the hotel was an amazing view. I mean, I think people who would have been to Italy would obviously, maybe if they have been to that area, will know how great the place is and how amazing. But the view and the photography was amazing. So now, the cons. First of all, in as much as I liked the dynamics, I liked the energetic flow of the crew. I thought we were going to get like a little background story of how they are able to, how they came together first of all, and how they were able to do the things that they started doing. I mean, knowing people in high places that could manipulate some things. How did they do that? That's one thing I really thought that would probably be treated. But in any case, I would also say that this story wasn't giving what I thought it should give, right? It kind of seemed weak. It kind of seemed like the characters were tired, right? And when sometimes they were like unintentional laughters, and you're like, okay, why are they laughing? Though I know I said there was a bit of humor, but then again, it didn't seem like some parts needed the laughter. And the acting wasn't so serious. I mean, if something that had action, I felt like it should be more serious, right? And then the distinct characters, they remain consistently true to themselves, remnants of the A team. I liked how the assistant, like the people who were not the main characters, still gave their best regardless of how it was. I'll also say, in as much as Daniel tried to embrace his character, or rather Williams tried to embrace his character, it just felt like something was lacking, like he lackluster, like not trying to engage in his character. Well, it feels like he needs to, in other seasons coming through, he needs to really embrace the character. I mean, his character is such a vibrant character, so I think he should do better with the acting. I would also say that, like I said before, in as much as the main characters, they were kind of unconvincing because we didn't really get that power thing we were aiming at, right? So a lot of work needs to be done for season 2. But then again, I still like the way it went, and I'm hoping that season 2 will be better. And the action, suspense, and everything should be a killer.
But then it still doesn't undermine the fact that it was just a bit confusing. It was supposed to be an action-y thing. Drama, obviously, but it was just dull and lazy. But I also like the fact that it was centered around a certain place and just how the story began. But we needed to get an actual pilot. We needed to get an actual team, right? But let's see what season 2 brings, because I think one season is actually going to have 6 episodes because there's a cliffhanger at the end. Yeah, so yeah, probably should have added comedy. It should have lightened the mood because there's supposed to be action, but nah.
So guys, do not forget to give Hotel Costiera a watch and tell me what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share as always. Life of Annie. Love you. Mwah.